We are particularly happy and excited on the fact that we've got a number of AU institutions attending this convening. For instance, we've got the Office of the AU Youth Envoy. They are present here, the African Court on Human and People's Rights, the ECOSOC and APRM have also joined this convening.
The AU Youth Charter was drafted and agreed upon in 2009, which is 14 years ago. A lot of things have changed since then. We've had COVID, we've had advances in technology, we've had coups, we've had so many things that are taking place on the continent. And we feel like the AU Youth Charter should be able to reflect the current realities of African youth at the moment. We are currently in the process of putting together a team of people who will be able to review this AU Youth Charter, and we're definitely going to include civil society organizations and some of our other partners to inform this process.
For the longest time, African countries did not have access to the case law from their countries and gazettes, and this meant they had to rely on jurisprudence from foreign countries, especially ones in Europe or the US.
So the African Lee website bridges the gap on access to law and legal material and enables all African countries to develop African jurisprudence that answers African problems and that we can relate more to.
I took participants from civil society and the African Union organs through using communication tools and channels for effective advocacy. We focused on choosing the right tools for the varied audiences according to their demographics, literacy levels, and perception differences, tackling the importance of conforming to existing accessibility guidelines, all in a bid to amplify advocacy efforts to achieve the desired results.
There was a presentation on an date on communications, and I think the presentation is very helpful. In my country, there are a lot of people who are on Facebook, on Instagram, and Thread. We'll even start to improve on our means of communication, as was said, as the kind of message to coin, and the usage of emojis and all of that. I think it's something that's very important and it's actually going to affect our work greatly.
The African Court, it's basically one of the organs of the African Union, which was set up to deal with human rights violations on the African continent. The court may not have specifically rendered any decisions on unconstitutional change of government, but it has certainly recognized that the Charter on democracy is a human rights instrument, and it has pronounced itself on some of the provisions within different contexts of different cases. There are various ways in which we can engage with civil society. With us, you could provide research, you could have a collaborative, joint investigative mission. And then overall, civil society is a very, very crucial partner that we need to engage with.